Hello, my name is Chase Anderson, and I will be doing my presentation on major oxide modeling of monocraters. Monocraters is located in California on the eastern side of the Sierra Nevada. It is located in a transitional tectonic area as a result of the Sierra Range front fault system, as well as some neighboring faults. This tectonic activity can and does affect the magmatic processes occurring beneath the surface, and as a result, it affects the composition of the rocks formed. The composition in turn of these rocks can give insight into the magmatic processes that have occurred, since they are directly related. So, what's going on below? Or rather, what has gone on below? And why do we care? We care because the past gives us insight into the future, and in this case, the future of volcanic events. From the data collected, interpretations can be made about the size, depth, composition, movement trends, and the dominant magmatic processes at play. These factors all directly affect volcanic eruptions, which allow us to make predictions of future events. For this presentation, we will be using different models to try and make interpretations about the magmatic processes that have occurred at monocraters by means of magmatic differentiation, including magma mixing and crystal fractionation, and equilibrium crystallization. The data used was based on the 127 samples collected by Michelle Johnson from monocraters, Mono Lake Islands, and June Lake basalts, the vast majority being from monocraters. From the samples collected, the major oxide concentration in terms of weight percent was determined. As you can see here, we have a graph that shows the magnesium oxide versus silicon dioxide. The compositions of these two oxides is important due to a silicon dioxide dominant rock that represents an evolved magma, whereas a magnesium oxide dominant rock will represent a more primitive magma composition. The composition of the samples can be collected in green. As you can see, there is a variation present. In an effort to try and explain these variations in composition, some modeling was done. These models include fractional crystallization, which can be seen in the dark blue line, equilibrium crystallization, which can be seen in yellow, and magma mixing, which can be seen in light blue. From the modeling, it can be seen that the different models fit the data better in certain areas than others. This suggests that there was a mixture of the three processes occurring beneath the surface. For the more evolved magmas, which can be seen in the upper left-hand corner, they seem to have a preference for fractional crystallization, whereas the more intermediate composition samples seem to favor an equilibrium crystallization trend, which could suggest a period of time when tectonic activity was low and allowed for equilibrium processes to take place. And for the rest of the data, the use of magma mixing can help to explain the rest, as can be seen here. This trend can be seen in all the charts for the other major oxides as well. As you can see here, we have the same trend occurring for our aluminum oxide, as well as calcium oxide, for our iron oxide and titanium, as well as for our potassium oxide and sodium oxide. So, in conclusion, from the data present, the most likely explanation is that a melange of magmatic processes has occurred. It's during this, beneath the surface and has created the rocks present. This suggests that the area is very dynamic in nature and warrants further study. Thank you very much for your time.